Look straight down from the Burj Khalifa's observation deck. The 50-story skyscrapers of downtown Dubai look like toy models scattered on a carpet. To see that height in context, consider this. If you laid the building on its side, it would stretch across 9 football fields. Stacking the entire Empire State Building on top of itself still wouldn't match the Burj Khalifa's peak. In the early 2000s, Dubai began a pivot away from its status as a regional hub. To become a global alpha city, they planned to erect the largest structure in human history. But scaling up a standard skyscraper design is impossible here. The Arabian Peninsula is an environment defined by shifting sands and extreme climate variables. Engineers had to account for 3 specific environmental obstacles: unstable sand foundations, intense summer heat, and high-altitude wind currents. Standing a half-mile high on this specific patch of Earth required a total recalibration of how a skyscraper interacts with the physics of its surroundings. The first challenge is the ground itself. Manhattan skyscrapers sit on solid granite bedrock, but Dubai is built on loose sand and sedimentary rock, which provides no natural anchor for a megastructure. This heavily reinforced, triple-lobed Y-shaped base spreads the massive weight of the central core across a much wider footprint. The geometry is modeled after the hymenocallis, a desert flower with radiating petals. This triple-lobed plan provides the inherent stability needed to support the vertical load. Once the base was set, engineers had to push high-strength concrete over 600 meters straight up, defying gravity on a record-breaking scale. In the Gulf summer, temperatures frequently exceed 40 degrees Celsius. At that heat, standard concrete can boil and cure solid while still moving through pipes. Crews had to invent custom ultra-high pressure pumps and run them exclusively during the night, racing to get the specialized concrete mix to the top before the sun rose. Overcoming gravity and heat allowed the concrete core to reach its full height, but in the thinner atmosphere above, a different, invisible force was waiting. At extreme altitudes, high-speed winds create vortex shedding. These are swirling, rhythmic air currents that can catch a building like a sail and vibrate the structure until it shakes apart. To break up these currents, the tower was designed with a series of asymmetrical, spiraling setbacks. As the building rises, its shape is constantly changing. This aerodynamic visualization shows the effect. Because the wind never hits a flat surface, the vortices cannot organize, scattering before building momentum. This design limits the building's sway to about 1 meter at the top, a movement barely perceptible inside. While the tower was engineered to survive the wind, its completion was eventually threatened by a shift in the global economy. The 2008 financial crisis drained Dubai's capital reserves. With the finish line in sight, construction slowed, and the tower risked becoming a hollow monument to a crashed market. The neighboring emirate of Abu Dhabi provided a multi-billion-dollar bailout to keep the project moving. In a surprise reveal on opening night, the building was renamed the Burj Khalifa to honor the leader who secured its future. The tower is a feat of physical engineering, designed to stand against the wind and the sun, but its survival was ultimately a product of geopolitical wealth. Today, high-speed elevators rocket visitors upward into a pristine, climate-controlled interior, completely isolated from the harsh desert environment outside. While the interior offers total luxury, the outside remains a logistical challenge. Window washing teams spend months suspended on ropes just to maintain the tower's glass skin. Looking toward the horizon, the sprawling grid of highways and skyscrapers abruptly hits a hard edge, where the urban landscape gives way to the flat, tan expanse of the empty desert. For millennia, civilizations have built massive monuments to impose permanent order on the natural landscape. The Burj Khalifa is the modern version of that instinct, a half-mile high spike of engineering and capital planted in the middle of the desert.